Well, good afternoon, everybody. So, yesterday I made a video of taking the boars back to pasture, and today we've got the gilts separated out of the feeder pigs. So this is, there's 58 in this group. We just took 12 gilts out, but those are our English large black feeder pigs that they were born last September. And now we brought them through the winter on a pretty minimal diet. And now they're ready to finish, and we'll get them finished this summer on grass and milk and some mixed grains. And then these 12 pigs are heading up to the boars, if I can get this gilt to turn around. These pigs are heading up to the boars to be bred. Come on, girl, look at your friends. Do you see your friends? So these pigs are electric fence trained, so they're used to fences biting them. And that's the thing about pigs, they respect electric fence to a fault. So even though there's no electric fence in this corral, they don't want to go through that gateway because they could tell that's a fence line. Yeah, she went across that pretty gingerly, and she's afraid that there was an electric fence there. So now I got them out on this long alleyway, and they'll probably move out pretty good. So yeah, these are our English large black gilts. We'll breed these, we'll farrow them out, and then after they're weaned, we'll butcher them as well. So we pigs wintered outside all winter. They had calf huts out in this worked up field that you see. I really must have been not paying attention. We had a storm come in today, and it rained all day. We got over a quarter inch of rain, nice slow steady rain, so it made everything really wet. And that storm wasn't in the forecast. And now there is no rain in the forecast. So I would have really liked to have had that seeded yesterday and had that rain on it today. But same thing happened last year. I got a field planted, and then it didn't rain for 4 weeks, and we had poor germination. So I strive for consistency, so I guess we might as well do the same thing this year. Miss the rain by 24 hours and then whine and complain for the rest of the summer that nothing grew. So yeah, we winter these pigs pretty minimally. We just put a self-feeder out there the other day, because now we do want to start fattening these pigs up. The gilts, we want to grow them a little bit better. We started with a self-feeder 2 weeks ago, just to really start increasing their diet to get them ready for breeding, and then we'll keep them growing throughout the summer while they're gestating. And the other pigs now, we'll start pushing them, and we'll have that other group that you saw. What did I say? There's 58, take away 12, so that's 46. Those 46 will all be butchered by the time these start to farrow. Maybe a few scragglers, but I think I've got a wet piece of grass touching that fence there somewhere. But yeah, we typically, these are raised on a corn-free, soy-free, sunflower-free diet. So they're on just mixed grains and milk. So they had milk in their diet pretty much all winter till the cows went dry a couple of weeks ago. Now we're starting to calve cows out again, and they'll have milk back in their diet. They really didn't need the milk in their diet the last couple of weeks. They're just adolescent pigs. We weren't breeding them, not fattening them. But that's why we farrow in the fall. We've got a lot of milk in the fall, and we can keep those piglets. Sows really need extra feed, and when we wean the piglets, they need a lot of extra feed. And then by the winter time, they need feed for the cold. Then in the spring, their energy requirements are kind of down a bit. And now we want to start fattening pigs. Got lots of green grass, and that means we can get lots of milk, and we can start fattening pigs. So we typically slaughter our pigs anywhere between 8 to 10 months and up. Typically 10 to 12 months. So I guess you'd say we average about 10 months. And we feed them pretty minimally. Try to aim for 4 to 5 pounds of grain a day. And they'll typically dress 220 pounds per carcass. This year we fed a little bit more feed. No, that's not true. We fed about the same as we did last year, but I'd say that pigs are substantially heavier. But we turned them up. We never locked them up in a small yard at all this year. Typically we would wean these pigs when they'd farrow, they'd get locked in these little yards where we keep an eye on them, and then they would winter in there. This year we farrowed them in a field. We kept them in the field, and when we weaned them, they got moved to a new field, and they've always been out. So when grass stopped growing, then they were bale grazing with the cows, and they always get the chance to rummage through the hay with the cows, but keeps them a lot cleaner that way. The yards would have a tendency to get kind of muddy. We kept them out of the mud this winter. I mean, we had a muddy winter, but they had lots of room, so they weren't living in mud. And the pigs just grew a lot better because of that. So there's a boar up there already doing his job. 2 of the boars wandered out. There's 2 over there. Go back and watch yesterday's video. We moved 4 boars into this paddock here. About 2-acre paddock, mostly treed. And the gates up there in the corner, I've got spring gates across the alleyway to divert them in. And those 2 boars should know where they're going, but because they just wandered out through that gate, so they will hopefully get these gilts to wander back, but they're a little bit preoccupied now. So if we go slow, a few of those have turned. I don't want them to run through my spring gates. Make sure everybody turns to look where they're going. Pigs are really, really, really good to work with until they're not. And then they're really, 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 really stupid to work with. So there we go. There's now 16 in that group. And we're going to leave them there. Basically 1 full moon cycle, and then we'll pull them out, and then those boars are going to get a couple weeks in isolation by themselves in another paddock on the other side of the farm where they can't see or smell any other pigs, and then they'll go to the butcher from there. So I will leave this video here, and I'll maybe take another one as I move the other group of feeder pigs down. They're going out to pasture tonight. This group of cattle out here in this section of the farm, and these pigs are coming down here. The feeder pigs are going to come down to live with that group of cattle. So I'll go back and get them, and I'll make a video of that while I bring them up.